Good morning, everyone. It's Alexa from Pearl Physical Therapy. Today we'll be going through a set of 9 different exercises grouped into 3 sets. I want to teach you a few things to keep in mind to keep yourself from getting injured with these, and then you're able to do them on your own time whenever you have that time throughout your day. At Pearl Physical Therapy, we hope to be offering different types of circuit training classes in the future when social distancing is all done. And at Pearl Physical Therapy, we just wanted to extend a message to everyone that we're thinking of all of you. You're in our thoughts and prayers for good health and happiness. So let's get started. For your first exercise, in the first set of 3, we're going to be going through a gentle warm-up to get your heart rate started. So you can either start with stepping forward to backwards for 45 seconds, or if you have a step, driving up onto that step and coming back down, going through an equal amount each side. You can alternate or go through about 10 in a row on one side, 10 in the other. As you come up, make sure that your hip, knee, and ankle stay in one line. Don't let your leg come in. The next exercise, again, we're going to start small, is going to be a modified jumping jack, so stepping out as you bring the arms up. Okay, again, 45 seconds for this. And then your last in this set of 3 is going to be a forward lunge, alternating each leg. We'll go through 10 on each side. You can have your arms up, you can have them at your waist. It's really up to you. But the things to keep in mind, similar to the step up, are keeping your hip, knee, and ankle all in one line. Don't let the knees come in, as this can put stress on the inside of the leg. And then try to keep your hips square with your shoulders as you come down, pushing through that front leg when you step back, okay? So we'll go through that set of 3 exercises 3 times. On the second and third sets, you can ramp it up a little bit more. So for the stepping, instead of a straight step up and back down, you can speed it up a little bit. So coming up and down for 45 seconds. Okay? With the jumping jacks, you can keep it here for low impact and just try to speed it up, or you can go at a higher pace, again, watching with the jumping jacks that the knees don't come in, but rather stay out and everything lined up. Okay? For the lunges, we'll keep that about the same, really focusing on form. This isn't so much for speed with the lunges. Okay? So that's your first set of exercises. The second set of 3 will be repeated twice. We'll go through those. So the first, you can use a small weight or no weight. You're going to lay on your side, knees, hips, ankles all in one line, and we're going to go up into a plank position here on the side, making sure that the shoulders right under, the elbows right under the shoulder. Okay, arms going to be at the side. We're going to rotate here, trying to make sure that we're using those muscles on the back side of the shoulder. A common compensation for this is rotating out too much or having the elbow at a different position, which can place stress on the biceps. If you want a little bit harder challenge, you can come up onto the feet here and then come into that rotation. Going through a set of about 10 to 15 of those, and then going to the opposite side. After that, we'll have something called a goblet squat. So you can get a small weight and build up with each repetition, or each set rather, holding it between the palms here. Feet are a little wider than hip width apart, toes slightly out. We're going to go into a squat and then push back up through the feet. As you come down, one of the key things to keep in mind here is, again, don't let the knees cave in. And then when you squat, don't let your knees come in front of your toes, but rather initiate with bringing the hips back, keeping the knees behind the toes, and then driving up through the legs, squeezing in through the glutes as you rise up. For that, we'll go through 10 to 15 repetitions, and then going through all of these again 2 times. The last in this exercise is for the core. So we'll lie on your back. Hips and knees will be at about a 90-degree angle. Arms will be up towards the sky. And we're going to alternate, bringing one leg down, one arm down, and come back up. Through this, keep your abdominal muscles tight as you're driving each motion back and bringing the hip or arm back up. So those are that set of 3. Go through those about 2 times. And then our last set is going to be something for a little bit of cardio. So we're going to alternate stepping back, but we're also going to add the arms in. So this will be good to work those muscles between the shoulder blades that help so much with posture. So we'll alternate coming back. Make sure when you do this, your neck and head stay in line with your spine, and you're stepping back, squeezing through those shoulder blades with each step. Going through 10 with each leg, and then making sure that with this you're really focusing on squeezing here, and you can increase speed as you feel that your form is appropriate. The next is going to be a side lunge, so we'll step to the side, keep hip, knee, ankle in line here, and come back up. With all of these exercises, making sure that your abdominal muscles are engaged and making sure that we're not relying too much on our joints, but rather engaging those muscles. So I should be feeling the hip muscles working here as I step to the side. Okay? Again, with this, similar to your lunge, similar to your squat, sorry, don't let your knee come in front of your toe, but rather keep it to the side, or keep it behind your toes as you step back. Okay? We'll go through 15 of those on each side, and then your last exercise in this set is going to be planks. So with this plank, we're going to make it a little trickier. If you want, you can just hold your plank here, or the next step up is going to be shoulder taps. So alternating, touching each shoulder, my abdominal muscles are tight, and as I'm doing this, I'm making sure that my back is straight, I'm not bent down here, and I'm not piked up, okay? So for that, we'll go through 10 taps on each side, and then at the end, go through a second set of those. At the end of all your exercises, you want to make sure you do some stretching. So a couple great stretches are one for the hip flexor here, coming back, a little bit of a bend in the back knee, tucking your pelvis underneath you and raising that arm up. Should feel a stretch in the front of the leg here, holding each stretch for 30 seconds. Next, you can stretch the hamstrings out. So bringing that leg out straight, knee is straight, and then bending at the hips, hinging here. Should feel a stretch in the back side here, okay? As far as the arms go, it's great to get an exercise or a dynamic stretch going of coming back and then rounding forward, just to loosen everything up afterwards. We look forward to seeing you at Pearl Physical Therapy. If you have